Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
It's Thursday, so that means it's What's on Tap podcast time. Your short podcast about long beers.
Your long-running, short-format podcast.
Exactly.
Bite-sized.
So while some podcasts run for 2-3 hours,
Boring.
we might run for 20 minutes at most. And that's a long episode.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
And today, we're bringing you a blast from the past, a lens into a different time, because I've been raiding my cellar, and I found two beers from 2019. They're both from 2019. One is made in December. Does that count? It does.
It does.
And they're both from kind of defunct, non-existing breweries now.
Yes. One has been gone for 4 years at least. This might be one of the last beers they put out.
Wow.
Maybe, actually, no, it was gone before COVID. So 2021, 2020, something like that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. And the other is, so we'll start with the Brekeriet beer. It's our, sadly, they are no longer with us.
Very sad.
I loved their beers. I was really, really sad that they closed because they made some really great stuff. And we're really killing it with the sour game in Sweden.
I wouldn't say that any Swedish brewery has really filled the Brekeriet hole.
There's nothing even close, really. There's other breweries doing some fun stuff, but nothing is really going into the sour wild ale position that Brekeriet occupied.
We have what are they called? Like Flying Dutchman or something, but they're not good enough.
No, not Rocket, but what's Rocket's side?
Fruktserie that does ciders, Fruktrocket and a Rocket, and it all this.
They have a wild ale.
Yeah, they're acceptable.
Who did
Munklagret?
Yeah,
they would probably be they would fit the most.
I almost picked up one of their beers to review, but I didn't.
Munklagret releases a few beers then and then. Brekeriet just dominated. It was always some Brekeriet.
Yeah, they were always putting stuff out, and they were putting out, like, I think their dill beer is actually one of my favorite examples of a dill beer. It was slice and dice, because it was like a little salty. It was a dill goza, and it really just hit the spot.
Yep.
It was really nice.
But this beer is a big bottle of Brekeriet King's Goblet, a complex and rustic strong ale aged in Rioja wine barrels for 9 months. And it's 13% ABV.
It's a Belgian strong golden ale.
Yes.
And I'm quite surprised looking at some recent check-ins on Untappd, and it's doing pretty good. So I've got high hopes for this.
Yeah, I'm surprised by some of the more recent ratings. It's no longer a golden ale. It's quite brown, to be honest. It has lost its carbonation, unfortunately.
True. But I'm still getting some red wine barrels on there.
Yeah, on the nose, yeah. Let's try it.
Cheers. Cheers.
This is where some of the problems appear.
Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, but this is a little oxidized.
It is oxidized for sure. There is some cardboard.
Well, that's a problem with the bottle capping on a lot of Brekeriet beers. The bottle capping was never tight enough for this, and I don't think it had the right. It should have had a more of a harder seal along the inner ring. So I find a lot of their older beers have hit that wall.
Yeah.
And to be fair, this does have a best before date of 2024.
Oh no. But The cardboard is a sad detractor. The bigger detractor is the mouthfeel because it really needed more carbonation.
I don't think the carbonation is a problem. The booziness of Belgian Golden's kind of coming through.
Mhm.
And I find that after I have a sip, I need a little water to help kind of clean out my mouth because
Yeah.
the bit of the tannic raisininess of this combined with the quite high alcohol presence, it doesn't give you that alcohol burn like you get from beer sometimes,
No.
especially some Belgian beers. But it does have enough of a presence that you're kind of like, you take a sip and you're kind of like, well, I'm going to need a little bit of time before I can go back.
Tannic raisins, you just said those words. That is the perfect description of this flavor because it is sweet, but it has the barrel notes. I just wish it wasn't cardboard oxidized.
Yeah.
Uh,
I still think it's actually an enjoyable beer.
it's not undrinkable. It is past its prime. We agree on that. Yeah. He's taking seconds.
I mean, he did it.
Yeah.
And like, the carbonation actually is pretty good on this. You pour it and it just kind of fizzes right up, and
Yeah, you get a slight white, big, bubbly head that disappears in 3 seconds. Just
yeah, but even, I mean, it's not giving you that like Belgian triple, like that just oxidizes, like what oxidizes, but just turns to bubbles in your mouth when you swallow it. But I think it does have enough of a carbonation play in it still.
Yeah, I tried this in 2020, but I tried it on draft at Brewdog,
Wow.
which is why this bottle. Yes, which is why this bottle was placed in the cellar. Otherwise this would have been drank fresh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Or fresher.
I've never stored it with the intent of storing it. This was usually the case back then. I bought everything that was released, got to try it, and then it wasn't as interesting to put.
Right, because you've already tried it. So you don't need to just jump on that immediately.
Exactly.
Especially like if these beers are on the more expensive side, then you're like, I'll save this for a later date.
Yeah, exactly. And I already had some Brekeriet beers in the cellar, so it had company.
So how many Brekeriet beers do you still have in your cellar, you think?
Like 6 or 7. Very few. We have drank several of them. I haven't put a Brekeriet beer in the cellar for like 5 years.
Well, I mean, yeah. They quit making the big bottles.
Yeah.
This is a 750 milliliter bottle. And they probably quit. This might be one of the last ones they did, quite honestly, because it was right around this time that they switched to
Small.
Yeah, 33 milliliter
in cans even.
In cans, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because they did their they did the slice and dicers in cans, and a lot of their more run of the mill beers they would put out, they had cans for. So yeah, this is probably one of the last big bottles they released.
Yeah. Are you going to give it a rating?
I am. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Oh wow, that's much higher than I.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's drinkable. But it is not probably what it was when it was first released.
Because I gave it a 4 in 2020. So a 3.5, that's not that big of a fall.
Yeah. But I mean, when I look at what people are giving it online.
Yeah, there were a lot of 425.
425s. I think there was even like a lot of 375s, a lot of 4s. So I feel like what's 475? That person's drunk. But I feel like, I'm kind of in the wheelhouse where other people are feeling this one. I couldn't drink a bottle of this, quite honestly. This is a bottle you could easily split amongst 10 people. It'll have stuff left over because it's a lot of beer, 13%, and like I said, pretty boozy. So I don't see a lot of people just jumping on this one.
No, but I will happily match your 3.5 rating. That's kind of, when I dig for the good stuff, I can overlook the wet cardboard.
Yeah, it's not so oxidized that it destroys the beer, but it's definitely a tasting note in there.
Yeah. When we find this wet cardboard or wintergreen minty stuff, it's worse.
Now, if it was mint green, then it'd be I would be like almost hesitant to review it because that's just totally turned.
But that's worse in stouts than it is in like Rioja barrel-aged beers. Okay, so the next one is from Mikkeller San Diego. Like you said, defunct, probably around 2020 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, this might be one of the last beers they put out as well, because I think they closed right around 2019.
And this is Mikkeller San Diego Valknut, aged in mead and maple barrels. That mead and maple barrels kind of scares me. It's an imperial stout. I'm assuming it's an imperial stout. Yeah, imperial stout brewed with coffee, vanilla, and pecans. Comes in at 11.6% ABV.
Yeah, so Mikkeller San Diego closed their facility in August of 2022.
That's quite. That's post-COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a historic rating on this one that is really high.
What'd you give it?
I had it with you.
You did.
In 2020. I'll be honest, I gave it a 4.5.
I did too. So I'm really curious about having this again.
On Untappd, I see an extra. Everything I said is on there, and then it says available online only.
Exactly.
Well,
coffee, vanilla, and pecans aged in mead and maple barrels. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, that nose is pure chocolate.
It is a lot of chocolate.
Oh my god, that is so chocolatey.
And maybe we are building up our expectation.
I'm excited about this.
Cheers.
I mean, if this beer delivers half of what the nose promises, this is going to be a banger. It's extremely drinkable for 11.6%. It's not a 4.5 anymore.
It's not a 4.5 anymore, but it is not cardboard oxidized.
No. So what we're missing is coffee, of course, because I think coffee goes the first. Yeah. But what we are getting is vanilla and chocolate.
Yeah.
But not up front. It's more of a aftertaste, which is kind of nice because the up front is pretty bland in a lot of ways.
Yeah. This one has held up surprisingly well. It hasn't developed any of those, oh no, this stout should never have been aged this long.
I mean, it very well could have, but I think
it has been aged for too long.
Yeah. But what I like about the Mikkeller San Diego is that I think this was their best brewery. I think Mikkeller San Diego was probably the best that they ever wore.
Yeah. And these 375 milliliter this is 500 milliliter, 0.9 fluid ounces. Try to sell that in the States. They made a lot of stouts in this size, in this bottle, and they were basically all bangers. They were all so good.
Oh man, the Tree Blood series was like,
yes,
people were killing for that.
And this would have come out at the same time as a lot of the Tree Blood variants. I'm glad we're sharing it.
It held up. Me too. I just feel bad that our friends aren't here to share it with us.
They had it with us 6 years ago.
I know them. They would not be upset to try it again.
No, but they'll try other stuff again.
But yeah, this is still surprisingly strong.
It's basically uncarbonated at this point.
Yeah, I probably was not ever very carbonated to begin with. Yeah, I said I could definitely feel the 4.5 in the time that we tried it.
When I look at the photo I have, in 6 years ago, this looks like it pours like motor oil.
Yeah.
So it's got an less viscous with age. It looks more watery today than it did 6 years ago. Or maybe this is just a master class in photography.
Oh, I gotta see how it pour. I just poured some. Let's see.
Nope,
Nope.
not even close to the
Yeah, and there was a little bit more carbonation in the glass. At least there was this brownish, deep brown foam to it. But yeah, I think today it's still doing great. Only 211 check-ins on this beer.
I have a photo proof of Stefan holding the beer.
Oh, so much younger, so much less gray. Not much less gray, but just a little less gray. But yeah, so
you look better now.
Oh, thanks. You're very kind. So this is still getting pretty good reviews, although not a lot. I wonder how many bottles they brewed of this, because there's not a lot of check-ins, because I guess it was online only. So,
internet doesn't say a bottle count, and I don't think it doesn't say on the bottle either. I don't think Mikkeller San Diego were really dealing with bottle counts. They weren't interested in that.
You know, I would imagine this might be one of the last bottles out there, because when I start looking at the check-ins, I mean, there's January, February of this year, and then June of 2025. So, and then like 2 check-ins for 2025, and then nothing till 2022.
Oh, yeah.
So this might be one of the last bottles that exists.
That is actually wild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 check-ins since 2022.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. Do you regret opening it now? Do you wish you would like this?
Oh, no. I don't.
Larger bottle share?
I don't regret it at all. If we have a larger bottle share, I have 10 better bottles to open. I'm just glad that it held up. We've had a quite a large number of cellar diving episodes by now. And I'm always scared that they will all be complete garbage. Complete wintergreen mint trash. I'm happy about this. This is at least a 4 for me.
This is a solid 4.
Give it a 4.
I wish, like, if it had just retained a few of those adjuncts, like if there was a little coffee, or if there was a little
maple barrel.
Yeah, a little more barrel aging on this. I mean, the pecans probably never really was a flavor that you would have picked up. But I mean, all I'm getting is like a lot of vanilla and like milk chocolate because of the vanilla. But I think if it had a little bit of that barrel aging on it still, this could, I mean, it would be a 45, I think.
Yeah.
But it's still a very, very strong 4.
So our friend Björn, who has Björnguiden vlog, he writes smooth maple syrup sweetness, heavy and full, or rich would be the better translation. And yeah, that's how it looked. It's not as rich now, but it has a lot of flavor. Stefan, I never regret opening beers with.
Oh, that's really sweet.
But both of these beers, this is not like just randomly going into the cellar, just grabbing whatever. The King's Goblet was specifically picked because you had no rating, and the Valknut was specifically picked because I hoped it would have survived this 7-year journey.
So what we've learned is if you have some Mikkeller San Diego laying around,
drink it immediately.
You should probably not be sitting on that anymore. Definitely drink it. You're probably going to not have the same experience that you had when you originally maybe tried it, but it's still probably going to be pretty drinkable.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then if you have old Brekeriet laying around, I mean, just try them and then probably pour them out, because they're not going to be great.
Yeah. We've gone through less than half of the bottle.
Well, I mean, it is 13%, so, and this is 11.6, so, I mean, the night's still young, so who knows what will happen. We could be dancing naked around the bonfire by midnight if we're Play our cards right.
And that's just a regular night.
Yeah, we call that Tuesday around here. We'll call it on that note. You can find us online at What's Untappd Podcast, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you find podcasts. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends so that they may also like and subscribe. So until next time,
Keep drinking and dum-dums.